Hello guys, it's me Simo Urahara, and in this video we'll talk about episode 22. Frankly, this episode, although it seems normal or not contain much big events, but it mixes the past and the present of the story in many ways. So the beginning was with Yuri going with Urahara towards the royal palace, so that in these scenes we were able to see that manifestation of the title of this part, which is separation. And I don't think the word separation is related only to this arc, but in every Bleach arc, we see one of Ichigo's close friends separates from him for a reason or another. For example, in the Soul Society arc, we saw Rukia's separation from Ichigo and the rest of her friends after she formed that strong friendship with them in a short time, which made Ichigo, Ishida, Inoue and Shadow go to save her. In the Arrancara arc, we also saw Orihimi's separation from the rest by going to Aizen Sasuke, and this time in this arc we saw the same thing happen with Yuri going with Urahara. Every person has reasons that forced him to go to the enemy. However, it's clear that Ichigo and the rest know that such decisions cannot occur because of a change in someone's convictions or personality. It is true that Ichigo talked about the issue that since he learned that the enemy was the Quincy's, he thought that he could fight Yuri in the future. But I think Ichigo's belief was based on his thoughts before knowing the full truth from Isshin, because now he knows that he is also a Quincy, and he also knows that the ones who killed his mother, Masaki, is the same one who killed Kachigiri, Yuryu's mother. So at least Ichigo now has a comprehensive view of the situation, and this will help him in the next meeting with Yuryu. On the other hand, I find Kyurako's words to be among the important things in this episode, because it doesn't exist in the manga, and also because it follows the same talk that is currently going on about Ichibi Hyoseibi. And as you can see, it became clear to many Shinigami that Urahara's main goal wasn't the city itself, but to ascend to the royal palace. And if you go back a little, Urahara in a scene that doesn't exist in the anime, when the first invasion ended and the later were defeated, Urahara told Hirschfeld that after the defeat of the Gotei 13, they will retreat until Zero Squad arrives. I don't know if Urahara wanted to eliminate the Zero Squad in the Soul Society and force one of them to open a gate to the Royal Palace, but what catched my eyes in Urahara's words is the fact that the Zero Squad would have descended after the defeat of the Gotei 13. In a context, you think in it that the Zero Squad will come to fight Urahara and not allow him to go any further, meaning that even if there was a battle between Zero Squad and Urahara, at the time would happen outside the walls of the royal palace. However, what we saw is something else. The Zero Squad, led by Ichibi, came to rebuild the Gotei 13, as they said, and what is more important for them than that is bring Ichigo with them to the royal palace. And if we accept Kyurako's words about Ichibi's cunning, then it is possible that Ichibi was originally expecting the defeat of Yamamoto and the Gotei 13, and this is confirmed by what he said to Ichigo when he talked about the weakness that befell the Shinigami during the past 1000 years. Therefore, it seems that Ichibi had two cards he wanted to play, which bring both Ichigo and Urahara to the royal palace. Ichibi spoke with Ichigo about the possibility of fixing his Bankai, his broken Bankai, and then we noticed there was a bigger reason, which was revealing the truth about his powers, as well as the dream that he had with Ichibi, which revealed to us that Ichibi wanted Ichigo to become a vassal of Ryo. And after that, Ichigo completed his training, and Ichibi hid the information that the Quincy's had already begun their second invasion. And this made Ichigo rush, and so he used his full strength to descend as well as destroying the 72 barriers, thus leaving the opportunity for Urahara to ascend to the royal palace. Because it's not possible that Ichibi will make such mistake. He thought about this possibility. Therefore, Kubo, and through Kyurako, confirms that Ichibi's movements are not innocent and carry a plan, and its full truth will be revealed when Urahara meets Ichibi in the royal palace. And returning to Ichigo, this latter always when he wants to go somewhere, there is only one guy that can provide him transportation. It's him, Urahara Kiski. And here I must stop and talk about what was going on between the fans about the deleted scenes of Inoue Orihime. I usually don't care about those scenes. I have no problem with removing them. But the problem this time is that those scenes, and I'm speaking from a narrative standpoint, could have been left, as they gave us a broader view of the characters' relationship with each other. For example, I think that for the first time we see a question directed to Ichigo regarding Orihime. Shadow asked Ichigo about Orihime's dress, and later it became clear that that dress was made by Urahara Kisuke. In addition, Yurichi's appearance in the manga was better in my opinion than the one in the anime, which was cold and didn't reflect her true personality that appeared in the manga, especially since we didn't see Yurichi for a long time. Of course, expressing opinions about the episode is a legitimate right for everyone. Everyone has the right to say what they liked and what they didn't like. But what is not good and totally unacceptable is that some fans attacked some animators and even the anime script writer and abused them. And this is completely unacceptable. Yes, I personally support showing opinions. Rather, I believe that constructive criticism is necessary because it improves the quality of any work. But for some to resort to abuse, this is unacceptable and should stop. On the other hand, we have seen Komura in Eva. So it revealed that Komura has returned to his animal form as a wolf and able to speak. And thus, this will make his mission as a leader impossible. While I liked the dialogue between Busby and Renji and it made me laugh, and actually we missed such comedy between characters. On the other hand, I liked how Yumichika and Ikako fought against Giselle, especially Yumichika. It is true that they were not able to defeat Bambita, but I liked how they fought together. And also when Yumichika used the Hado 57, I think this is the first time we see that Hado. So I would like also to go back to Urahara Kisuke and his use of the canon that Mayuri tried to copy based on the Shiba canon. Kisuke mentioned an important point, which is that that canon made by Mayuri cannot be like the Shiba canon, because the latter is made with secret techniques that belong to Shiba. And here we return again to the nobles and the secrets they possess. That's why I would like to see Kobo delve more into this topic of the nobles in the third part, so that we can see some secrets related to them. So guys, I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to talk about Mayuri in Giselle because I already made a video about Mayuri and I will publish it after this video. So there where I'm gonna talk about his fight against Giselle. In the end guys, what do you think about this episode? Tell me your opinion and see you in my next video.